Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Matt, and today I want to talk about something that I think is very important in learning a language, and that is these two choices that you fundamentally have as you go about the process of learning a language. And when you're doing language learning, it's difficult at times. There's these periods of time where you're not motivated. Maybe you're frustrated, you're in a plateau, you're disappointed at your progress. Maybe you're comparing yourself to other people and you feel bad. And a lot of people deal with kind of these difficulties and obstacles in different ways. Sometimes it's just easy to complain about it and just to, just be really negative. Other times, maybe people just handle it by taking a break, stepping away from language learning for an hour or two. Maybe some people just kind of don't really take it personally and just leave it at that. But fundamentally, when you're facing these difficulties, you're left with two decisions. After all the complaining, after the break, all these things, you're really left with two decisions, which is, do you keep going and persevere, or do you quit? And I suggest to keep going, to persevere, to find solutions to the problems that you're facing. And a lot of people quit learning a language. They lose motivation, they overcome they face obstacles and they get discouraged and they quit. And it's tough. There's a lot of people that quit the language process. But I encourage you to really just persevere, to think of ways to overcome the problems that you are facing, right? Because no amount of complaining or just being discouraged about the grammar or how the listening content is a wall of sound is going to solve the problem, right? We can complain about how hard X language is or how challenging the grammar is in Y language. Or that we're really struggling with vocabulary acquisition, or we're really struggling with motivation. And that's great that we've identified those problems, or that, hey, we've gotten some negativity out. But once again, we're left with those two decisions. What are we going to do about it? Are we going to keep going? Are we going to persevere? Or are we going to quit? And I think that a lot of people in these times of challenges, they want to take that path of least resistance, which is to quit, to slowly ramp down the language learning process. Because, learning a language can be difficult, and it takes a long time to get really good at a specific language. But I would just once again say, persevere, push through, and make that decision that you are going to overcome the obstacles and challenges that you're facing right now. And don't just say, hey, I'm going to overcome this challenge of the grammar, or I'm going to overcome the fact that, listening is a wall of sound. Really analyze that problem and come up with solutions, right? Ask yourself, okay, I am struggling with listening right now. How can I get better? What do I need to do to get better? Maybe you do need to change your strategy and tactics up. But in other times, it's just persevere. You got to push through and keep doing what you're doing, and that's going to get you over that hill that you're facing. Sometimes it's not about changing your strategy up. You think that you need to change the strategy up, but really it's just a fact that you need more time, and it's just going to take some more exposure for that obstacle that you're facing. You have to be kind of very you have to take a self-analysis approach when it comes to these problems and challenges, and you're going to face them. Most likely you're going to run into difficulties and lose motivation and struggle, and at times it's very easy to feel down, to be negative, to be frustrated. But once again, you're left with that decision at the end of the day. What are you going to do about it? And really, this kind of decision that you have to make of whether or not to continue or to give up is pops up all over the place in your life, right? This is not exclusive to language learning. And sometimes it makes sense to quit. Sometimes we've just lost our passion for something, and where it just makes sense to quit. There is just this kind of logical component of it sometimes. But other times, we shouldn't quit. We should keep persevering and pushing through things. And like I said, it's not just with language learning, it's really with anything in life. And you're going to face a lot of challenges and difficulties in life where things are not going your way. And I think it's worthwhile to work on that muscle, to train yourself to be better at persevering through obstacles and challenges. It's just so easy to quit. But I think that if you persevere and you look at trying to find solutions to the problems that you're facing in language learning, it's going to apply to so many areas. You're going to be better at dealing with adversity. And that is a big thing. So as you're facing these challenges in your language learning, don't give up. Keep going. Look for solutions to your problems. And I think that if you keep at it, you'll eventually overcome the obstacles that you're facing. So that's what I had to say. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.